Okay, so here how we are going to defend. Skeletons only for the little prince. We're going to distract everything with bomb tower, musketeer in the back, and take a look on this barbaro. If we miss that, would be game. So now we have our full hand for a full counter push. It's gonna be ice golem plus balloon, and then miner in the back, and we have to predict the bats. Come on. Yes, we got the bats and also the little prince, and that's gonna be game. That's gonna be game. Amazing. Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be sharing all my thoughts on how to beat those really hard counters. So if you like the video, if you want to help me to get 500 subscribes, please subscribe, please hit the like button. It's gonna be really important. It's free and you're gonna make my Christmas. So okay, we have here the knight and we also see the poison. So that means that he's running graveyard, right? So he also already showed the ice wizard. So the way we want to go with is we always want to block the bridge and also have the musketeer in the back to avoid him to use spells. So here he just played 2 of his air counters. We need to know if he has the tornado, if he's playing the classic version of splash yard. So here I'm going to get a really good value of my musketeer. He's going to kill the bait dragon and also the goblin. So here it's another tip for you. You have to protect really well the musketeer. So here our opponent went really aggressive with a graveyard. We are not low in elixir, so we should defend that easily. However, our deck doesn't have the best answers for graveyard. So even when we defend well, we are going to get some damage because we don't have like a many splash cards to help us out. So okay, so our opponent already changed lanes because he has more damage. I have the evil musketeer. It's not ideal to use your evil musketeer like that, especially because he can use the poison. However, I need to cycle and I need to fix my cycle. So what I mean with fix my cycle is having at least the barbaro, the balloon, and the miner. So here we were going to know if he has tornado. Yes. Okay, he already activated the tower, so yeah, we already know that he has that. Okay, so I'm going to go with ice golem in the last second and take a look on how much damage he already took on the king tower. So here I'm going to change lanes. I like to always go in the opposite lane because if you keep attacking in the same lane, your opponent can get a lot of cards to support the graveyard. So this is the first or one of the tips I want to give you, is to always attack on the other lane, and then we can start like pressuring on the other lane. It's gonna be great. So take a look on the musketeer. She's going to get a lot of value in here, and we also are going to try to protect her at any cost, because that will force him elixir that he doesn't want to use. So we are back to another balloon and take a look on his cycle. We are messing up his cycle. He cannot attack and we are applying a lot of pressure. So we are going to get that damage at least, and that's going to make him uncomfortable. And okay, so he went with a naked graveyard. That was kind of a mistake because it was like 9 elixir alone. So you see that I didn't spend much on that, and we were able to connect our balloon. So our opponent right now, it's in trouble. We have a really good elixir advantage and we cannot release the pressure. We have to pressure again and again and again. So here our opponent make like a huge mistake playing the ice golem, and boom, that's a win. Okay guys, so please again remember to subscribe if you're still watching. Really appreciate if you do. So let's go to our next matchup, and this one, it's even harder in my opinion because the guy has the bowler, so we don't have a good answer for the bowler. Normally I use the barbaro, but it's really tough anyways. So here when you see the bowler, you can expect Electro Giant, maybe you can expect also graveyard. So either way are really bad because Electro Giant normally they have lightning that's really difficult for our deck. So here I'm trying to take out all the skeletons to snipe that witch. And also he has the new hero P.E.K.K.A. So we have to be careful with that because he can easily take everything out with that. So we are going to distract the minions with skeletons, and we can counter push because he spent the witch and also the minions. Normally they don't have more than 2 air counters. So take a look here. He spent already 5 elixir with the arrows, with the snowball, and he also plays the witch. So it was 10 elixir against 7, my balloon and also a snowball. So really good elixir advantage. We had to use 2, so we got 1, and that's something that we have to keep we have to keep in mind. Even if we got like a little bit under in the elixir, we are getting some damage with the death damage from balloon. So we are going to go on the other lane. Remember, graveyard, I always go into the other lane, except in some crazy situations you're going to go on the other lane. So let's see if we can defend both lanes. Yes, we can. So remember, you have to be careful with the mini P.E.K.K.A. because of that, right? Because of the ability. It's really broken. And take a look at this. He got 1 hit. That's crazy. So pay to win. And we are playing a deck that is really no pay to win. So guys, this is interesting. I live in Brazil. I'm a Brazilian engineer. So our currency is called Rios, and it's not very strong currency. It's not very strong money. So it's really difficult for us to buy like cards and promotions and stuff like that. So most of the people I know in Brazil, they are free to play players. I would love to have Evil Musketeer, Hero Musketeer. I'm sorry, but that's gonna be some good money that I don't want to spend on that. So especially because I feel that the game it's a little bit pay to win right now. When I face heroes, even like people with a very low skill, they can get easily damaged. So I don't wanna put a lot of money in the game that's doing that, right? So okay, here he already switched lanes again and again and again. He knows that he have to go into the same lane of ours. But here, take a look. I always use my snowball in the minions because the minions are going to come back, crosses the bridge, and we'll have to kill anyway. So that's another good victory against a hard counter. Okay, so now we are going to be facing Geralt, and this is a very asked matchup to share. This is Lava, and Lava is really difficult. This matchup specifically is more because it is Lava clone, and we don't have spells besides the snowball, so we don't have poison, we don't have tornado. And this can be really difficult. Like against this deck, if you make like a small mistake, you are going to lose, right? So here I already identified that he's playing with Lava Clone, and basically the counters he has is the Flying Machine, the Baby Dragon, and also the bats. So we have to keep cycle on that, and our opponent, I knew that our opponent was out of cycle with the bats, and also the Flying Machine was not in hand. So take a look on these skeletons, really perfect to distract that, and we already took his tower. So right now we have to be really careful because his push is gonna be a monster push, and we have to use the bomb tower in the correct position. So here I know he only has 1 ground card, that is the lumberjack, so I tried to predict it. Unfortunately, it was not enough. And here I should have used my snowball because I got like a 200 damage because I used the Barbaro. However, I'm trying to save my snowball for his push. So here he went with the Lava in the middle. It was like different play. Normally they go on the left or on the right. So he wanted to protect his tower. I don't wanna use my evil musketeer in anything. Oh man, that evil musketeer is hitting the lava. That's so unfortunate. Like look, even our opponent didn't understand why. So here, take a look. He used the clone, and we are going to use the bomb tower right in the middle, because when the bomb tower dies, the bomb is going to help. So here I failed on tank for the flying machine. However, I don't think our opponent can take our tower. So here in Brazil we have one expression that we park the bus in front of the goal, because the goal full covers the goal, so the players cannot score. So basically it's when you make like a great defense, you park the bus. So that's why we are going to do. We just have to wait some seconds left, and there is nothing he can do. We beat a really hard counter. Okay, so we are playing against Vicky 24, and this is gonna be interesting. Our opponent is playing Sparky, so the way you wanna play it, it's to always place the bomb in the same lane of the Sparky, right? Because if he plays a giant or something like that, the bomb tower in this position, even in the other lane, it's going to kite to the left. Okay, so here I'm going to play my musketeer, because I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any big spells. Normally they don't. So he has freeze, guys. He has Mega Knight, he has Sparky and freeze, and we have nothing to reset that. Our only card to high DPS is musketeer, and he has freeze. So this is completely crazy matchup. I don't know how we are going to win, but I do know that we have basically to defend and to protect our musketeer as much as we can, because she's going to get a lot of value, right? So let's see what he are going to do on the counter push. Okay, he has also Skarmy, so I will try to kite to the other lane and try to set a push with that. So let's see if he has bats. Okay, he has Inferno Dragon. I hope that that's not an evolution. Okay, and freeze, of course. So this is gonna be impossible to break through. We'll have to build a really good elixir advantage. Otherwise, it's gonna be impossible. So we are going to distract this Inferno with our Barbaro, and let's see which lane he's going to play the Sparky right now. So if he's smart, he's going to play on the right, probably. Okay, so I went with the bomb tower on the right, and he is going to go on the left, and I'm going to go immediately with the balloon, because he's not back with Inferno Dragon yet. And take a look on my Evil Musketeer. Evil Musketeer, you always have to save the Evil Musketeer for the Sparky, because now we can only use our Barbaro if necessary, if he plays something to defend that, and we will finish the Sparky. So take a look on the left. We are going to get to the tower. Okay, he had to use the Skarmy, and we are building that elixir advantage right now, because we have 4 elixir. He'll have to spend something on that. Okay, I'm going to go with Barbaro in the back. I need to save other cards for a specific place. And okay, now he's trying to defend his weak tower with the Sparky, and this is gonna be a monster push, guys. So I'm going to go with Miner in the back. I will have to start playing everything on the back to create like some waves of defense. And here I'm going to distract the first spark shot. He's calling good luck, man. He doesn't believe that we can defend that. So suck this, man. Suck this, because take a look on that. Oh man, the recoil. It's making the musketeer retargeting to the Valkyrie, but we are going to perfect defend. And here, what we have to do, okay, so he's trying to play everything on the grid, really mid-ladder. And here I have my Ice Golem plus Balloon. Even if he plays the Inferno, it's going to get into the Okay, we took out with the musketeer. He used the freeze, but he cannot stop. Oh, that's gonna be a win. Crazy win. Crazy win, guys. Really well played, in my opinion. Okay, guys, so we are going to go to the next matchup, and we are playing against Soul Battle. I think he's also Brazilian, probably because of his name. So we call Soul Battle. It's like I'm Battle, something like that. It's very similar to Spanish, by the way, Portuguese, guys, if you don't know. But we cannot speak Spanish in Brazil. A lot of people had to take classes to do. But it's a little bit easier than English, for sure. Okay, so here we are going to use our bomb tower. I was not sure if he was playing graveyard because we have some beatdown decks with that. So you always want to save your bar barrel to kill some of the skeletons. And here I didn't play anything on the witch because otherwise we would be so much under elixir. And take a look on this. I'm going to go exactly right now, and I'm playing the miner in front of it to tank for everything. So here we're going to connect one. Okay, only one. So here I went because I didn't know he had the Little Prince. I thought that he only had the bats and also the witch. Normally they run only 2 air counters, and this is basically for all the decks. Normally decks, they have only 2 air counters, so he's going with the giant in the back. I'm always going to place my bomb tower 1 tile to the left because of the witch. When we are defending golem, always place your bomb tower 1 tile to the right. Take a look on this bar barrel, really clean. I took most of the skeletons out, and here unfortunately I didn't have elixir enough to play my ice golem. However, we took some damage, but we were able to have a clean defense. So this is not the moment to attack because I know he has bats. So I'm going to go with my miner. He's using the ability, and this is going to be a crazy counter push. We are under a lot of elixir, so we will have to do like some crazy defense. I had to use my bar barrel, otherwise it would kill really quick my bomb tower. And take a look on this bar barrel again. If I miss that, that would be game because bowler would be in the tower. So now I have my full hand to make a really good counter push. Ice golem and balloon are so broken, really difficult for our opponent to stop. I'm going to send the miner over the Little Prince, and take a look on that prediction for the bats. We killed both the Little Prince and also the bats, and we won a really difficult matchup. So if you play well with this deck, you have chances to win everything. So let's go to our next matchup. A lot of Sparky at this meta. So here it's another matchup against Sparky, and also he has 2 heroes. We have no hero. So we basically skill versus pay to win, right? Like you can even use the hero musketeer, but even with that, it's gonna be much more skilled than this stupid deck. So take a look in here. He used the mini P.E.K.K.A. I'm spending a lot of elixir trying to stop that mini P.E.K.K.A. And even though she's going to get 1 hit, so I was so pissed because of that. And I also called well play because it was really no skill play. So he has Tornado, he has Wizard. We have nothing to reset the Sparky. He has 2 heroes, and we only have our musketeer to DPS all his pushes. So here I went into the other lane, and this is something you have to do. Guys, if you already know the deck your opponent is running, and if you feel comfortable, you have to apply some pressure. Take a look. He was not able to place other cards in front of the Sparky. It can be really tricky if you let your opponent build up big pushes. So here we already applied like 1,000 damage to his tower more, and we were able to defend. And this 2.9 balloon cycle deck, it's really about control. sometimes you cannot defend everything your opponent is playing, so you have to apply pressure into the other lane to make sure that your opponent will not make like big pushes. So here, take a look on how much I protected the musketeer. That's the key for most of the matchups. You have to protect your musketeer because it's going to get a lot of value, and you are going to build elixir advantage or recover it, and then you're going to counter push. So here my miner is tanking for the balloon. That's gonna be a connection. Perfect. And take a look on what I said before. I'm going to use my evil musketeer to snipe that Sparky. So every time I'm going to snipe that Sparky, and it's a great value. And also he'll have to spend something on that musketeer. Nope, he's not. Okay, so I went again with my balloon, and he's going to ignore everything because of course he's trying to build the push, and I'm not letting him doing that. So take a look here. I'm going to distract that with my ice golem, so he missed the musketeer. The giant, it's already basically killed, and we are going to distract everything with my barbaro, and then it's going to be a good game. So of course we'll have to BM because of the no skill deck. Okay, so of course we have to play against also elixir golem. So here we have basically nothing to kill that electro giant, electro dragon, sorry. So this can be really tricky because you only have basically the musketeer or your towers. So also the executor, it's a really good counter for our balloon, and I'm going to surround it with the skeletons. Okay, and we'll have to pay attention. So every time we're going to apply pressure, especially because he spent 2 of his fast air counters. So he spent the electro dragon and also the executor, and it's evil. So here you have to defend like a really crazy push. Take a look on how much elixir he has in that push, and take a look on where I place my ice golem. I'm going to kite everything in over the bomb, so we were able to make like a really clean defense. This was perfect, guys. And our opponent gave up, and we are going to take the 3 crown only with a snowball. Okay, so another gameplay against, I guess it is Iran Warrior. So some friends from Middle East, and I'm going to go with the miner on the right till I understand the deck. And also I like to go with the miner sometimes to make our opponent spend something on him, because when he starts a witch in the back, he can maybe play like a golem on the bridge or something like that. So I like to play my miner just to make our opponent a little bit uncomfortable. Okay, so really bad ability in my opinion. He spent like 3 elixir on basically nothing. So I went with my skeleton in the back because I thought that he could predict us with zap. And again, he doesn't have anything for to defend because he played the witch, he played the musketeer. So I went with a naked balloon. He cannot defend, so he ignores that, and now we have to be really smart to defend that. So I went with my musketeer in the middle. That's a little bit of risk because you don't know if he has any big spells. So evil skeletons, MVP of this defense. But take a look on how clean this defense was. Like he spent probably 12 of elixir, and he didn't get like 1 single hit in our tower. So our musketeer is going to connect, and again we'll have to start our defense in the back. Miner, and let's try to cycle to our bomb tower. And our evil musketeer, like normally I like to play my evil musketeer on something to take it out from the game. However, there was nothing interesting, but I need to cycle, so I had to spend our evil musketeer on basically the mini pack in the middle. It was not really good, but anyways. Okay, so another opponent gave up after our great defense. So really nice, and let's see if we're going to get the 3 crown. I went with the bomb tower because I didn't believe. First, I already took some opponents that they called a good game, and they activate their king tower, and then they wait you to overcommit on offense, and they try to counter push. So here it's gonna be 3 crown. There's nothing he can do, and another really great game. So guys, if you're enjoying the video, please subscribe, please hit that like button. It's going to help me a lot. It took me like hours to create this video. So if you are still at this moment, please comment that you are still at 25 minutes and hearing what I was telling you. So here we are playing against Graveyard again, and to me, Graveyard it's the most, and Graveyard and Lava are the hardest matchups. I haven't faced much Lava recently because Lava doesn't have any good synergy with the new update, with the Knight, with the Mini P.E.K.K.A, with the Musketeer. So a lot of Lava players are not playing right now because of that. And but on the other hand, I'm facing a lot of Graveyards. So here, guys, we need to know which spells he has. If he has Vines, it's gonna be a little bit easier than Tornado, because Tornado, it's basically impossible to break through. And also we need to know the construction he has. So we are going to go now because he doesn't have any way to stop that. He went with the Witch on the left, so he has nothing. Okay, so he went with the Vines, really bad Vines in my opinion. And take a look on the Barbaro. So Barbaro after the update, it's bad because it waits a little bit to start attacking. So the Witch got so much value from that. We got so much damage. Probably we wouldn't got probably we would get half of that damage if it was before the update. Sorry, English is not my first language, guys, so I'm really sorry about that. Sometimes it's difficult and confusing, even in Portuguese sometimes, right? But anyways, okay, so we took the tower really good because he went really aggressive. And okay, so he's desperate for damage, so he's doing some crazy plays. I'm going to go with evil skeletons on the left, and also I'm going to go with ice golem to tank a little bit for the skeletons. I wait a little bit because it seems that he gave up, and we are going to go again. I'm going to go on the left only to force our opponent to spend elixir on that. Otherwise, he can make like another push. And take a look, we already made our opponent spend a lot. And here he went with the Vines. I'm going to go with the Snowball for safety. And that's another game. Another hard counter is mashed. So thank you for watching, guys, and see you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed.